Hey, it's Arcsecond. In this video, I'll be playing some electrocute Dyna. They finally buffed this rune set. They buffed the base damage on electrocute. They also kind of fixed the third row by removing eyeball collection and adding deep ward, and also buffing deep ward. So now this rune set's really good. They also made phase rush a lot worse just by increasing game length. There's also some 80 matchups in which electrocute's better. This game it should be mel mid, unless they swapped. Um, but yeah, Phase Rush is a little bit weaker than it used to be. Phase Rush really only excels against ranged AP champions like Victor and champions who don't have RTC. Also, Phase Rush with Dyna's ult honestly never made sense. I didn't really like the rune page. It just happened to be the most efficient early game by a long shot. But now with the base damage going up so much on Electrocute, we can finally switch back, which would be our preference. The only downside of this rune page is that you don't get mana flip banned. You obviously need to go the resolve tree. Well, I wouldn't say obviously, but the resolve tree is almost a must on Diana. I think it's much stronger. Scourge mana flip band is just not as good. The damage you get from shield bash is insane, and then just second wind or bone plating for to sustain lane on a melee champ is just so much better. But here, by the way, we've got Taric jungle. We've got Light Rocket who mains it, if you're wondering about that pick. He does have to start blue. If we're like he comes mid earlier. But it's actually Kaisa mid. But again, we were talking about how Electrocute's better against AD champs than AP champs, because you kind of have to burst AD champs since they'll always out DPS AP champions. So that always makes phase rush worse against them. Well, almost always. Comes in handy against some matchups. Here we actually go for big Qs on the wave, which can be bad, but she goes really far up and draws a ton of minion aggro, so the wave's actually still fine. And here we're thinking about going for electrocute trade, but she procs a barrier almost immediately. So we just waited out, and now all we have to do is hit level 3. That's our main goal. Main plan with this rune set. Sometimes you can take E level 2 if they played really safe level 1 and 2 and you hit a couple of Qs. But in this situation, the wave's coming our way again because she drew all that minion aggro. So the wave's still coming our way even though we queued literally like the whole wave, level 1. This minion's going to need a W and an auto tag. Same with this minion. But like we've got that last orb. These are passive, we queue through this one, and because of her passive attack speed, we can actually get 2 autos off of that range creep and secure that last CS. Here we need 2 creeps at level 3. Same with the Kaisa. So we get this last hit. She's going to hit it obviously before us, but this creep is low. So with 1 Q, 1 auto attack, we finish off the minions, so we do hit level 3. Taric's here. We have the ignite, but we don't need it since we got Taric. Our Q's also almost back up. And so we're just pushing this wave. So there's 3 minions, but they're not full health, and they'd have to stop about by that wall and be full health for it to actually freeze in her favor. So the wave's fine, we don't have to do anything, and we just reset and get a perfect buy. Here there's 2 options to buy. You can either go Dark Seal Amp Tome, or we can do Pink Ward, Potion, and Boots, and Dark Seal. That's what I opt for. I still think having 1 potion is really valuable, and then we'll have the pink on bot side. We see the Taric top side right now. So we'll probably place 1 ward up there. Then once you switch back, we'll get the pink ward in the side bush, which is what you always almost want to do on red side. And then we'll place the green ward on the other wall, or over the wall. But yeah, if you see the wave's coming our way. Get 1 ward over here for the Viego, who still could be top side. There's no way he could be bot side yet. And then we also get to kind of hug top side right away and throw that Q. Here she actually takes the Q, so we get 1 really good trade. And she played so far up that we don't really take any minion aggro. We're basically still full health. We saw Viego went for the E. But if we're that far on bot side, he can't actually do anything. Taric actually gets the stun, we notice it. Come back, get the flash. He gets the kill, but another kill on Kaisa, and there's no cannon this wave, so we can just fast push this one and probably look for another reset. We don't have E for 14. Taric's still playing really aggressive, but our main goal here is just to get this wave to crash. So we do that. Taric's still fighting, but there's nothing we can really do about it. We take a peek, but I should have honestly just cleared that minion out quicker. And just back for Amp Tome right here. Ping that. He's still bringing him on a chase. Ideally, so long Viego doesn't get the kill, we're kind of good. Viego's really good into Dyna, just really good in general. But Dyna specifically gives him a really good reset with the QWE, and then him still being able to have the ult. But he actually trades 1 for 1 there, while being that deep, which is insane. And he draws a ton of pressure for bot lane. I think bot lane even has like a decent freeze right now, so they're missing XP bot. Kaisa's been missing XP mid, so we're in a really good spot here. Here we also make back. She has to go for that cannon right now, so I might look for the trade, but I also want to deal with our cannon. So I do am missing the Q, but we can still go for the trade. Again, electrocute base damage is actually so good right now that even without our Q, well, we land the second one, but without the first Q, we can still get a decent trade. Here, all we have to do now too is just wait for our E, so we don't want to scare her away. So I kind of want to play back and do more back steps. See how I'm positioning like further back. Really hoping she just stays in lane. That's all I need here. Because all I need is one Q, which I do miss because I Q too early because she still has her E up. She still had the movement speed from her E. I should have waited a little bit longer. So here all I can do is try to fast push to keep her in lane. Here I notice she actually does a really aggressive recall, so we just walk up. She has to cancel it. Here I'm thinking I can maybe get the Q on her and get the push, but I don't actually hit her with the Q, so I just continue the fast push. But then she ends up staying because we're pushing so quickly, which is the best way to try to keep someone in lane. There she obviously should have still back, but then she would have missed an entire wave. So it's a tough position to be in for her, and that's the position we just want to try to force him to be in. But yeah, we get the kill, the wave's crashing. Ideal situation for us. Here at level 5, I still pick up the refillable. I still think it's worth it at this point in the game. There's also nothing else we can buy. We still have the pink ward on bot side. And then we just head back. Tarek's in the dragon. Next is a pretty good clear time on it. Also, he goes road build, which is likely getting buffed next patch. But it's just for the mana. Road Dyna is still not quite back. I don't think it's the item strong enough to justify anymore. Dyna's AP ratios aren't that high, and also Road doesn't even give you a lot of AP. It's not really the item it used to be. Now it's really more mana focused, and that's what the buff's going to be for next patch. Here we actually go for the ult. We just want to go for the ult while we have level 6 advantage. She doesn't even move right away when I go for the first trade on her, so I could have waited on ult maybe a little bit longer, but that way we at least guaranteed the ult damage on her. Now she doesn't have flash or anything. Just push the wave in, hope she stays. This time she knows she had to back, otherwise we just go for the dive again. Get that kill. In this situation, sometimes you have to be careful depending on how strong the enemy jungler is, especially Viego, because he can come around that top wall and actually just solo kill us. He can finish off the wave, get the W, we'll take a tower shot, and he can just run us down. But in this game we're strong enough that we can just go for the push, don't have to worry about the jungler too much. And then here we can decide, we're looking to back. We can still refillable and get the pen boots. But here we notice she's just kind of freezing, trying to freeze the entire wave. Not thinking it out at all, just trying to freeze it. So we get one Q. I don't commit with the E. I wouldn't have lethal anyways, and Viego could be coming from topside. So here I decide, okay, she's still taking the wave. I'm going to ward topside, so we're safe there. We've got the vision on bot. She took so much damage, and her electrocute's back up. Now we can go for the kill. It's because she's pulling the wave that aggressively. And then we just try to crash the wave again. Start with the range creeps. Get the passive on the cannon as well. Notice Trendle's here, so back off. Luckily Silent's kind of following. He stalls him. Here I probably could have started the recall even just a second earlier, just because Silent was here. If Silent wasn't, I think that recall spot's good. But now we have just enough for the large rod, which is perfect. The reset time is also good with Tarek. We timed that really well together. Bot's playing up. I could have maybe pinged bot back here. Just noticed that too. Viego could be bot side right now. Yeah, I should be looking at bot a little bit more. But yeah, we go back to mid. We got the large rod. Our ult's up. Sums are about to be up, so we can play really aggressive. Seems like they're doing fine though. Worst case, they're trading back. Xayah still even has ult up, so I think they're fine. Here I go for the E just to secure that melee creep. We'll probably be fine. Just go for that one later. Even when you have an advantage like this, you still generally want to prioritize getting the CS first. There's a chance you wouldn't even be in lane. We hadn't seen her yet, so just go for the E on the melee creep. Make sure we get that CS. And now our E's already back up, and we can just thread the dive. And we timed it so that we got their autos, one auto on each of those melee creeps. So we're going to tower with our passive up. You always want to try to do that if possible. Obviously, you can use the tower to get another auto attack if you can walk up that far. But now she's just not even in lane, so we just keep pushing. We see that she's bot lane, so we're just gonna keep pushing mid as hard as possible. Take one tower shot, but we had a W. She's still trying to dive the zone out of tier 1 bot. Tarek comes mid to try to help us push. And we just get first tower. Here we see that Kaisa's still bot lane. And it's not like we come mid, we can just one-shot him, especially with Tarek. So we just keep pushing. Here we go for the tier 2. This you can actually do quite often with Dyna. Maybe not this early at 9 minutes. But yeah, with Dyna, ideally you almost want to stay in the lane, not do a single roam until after you've gotten this tier 2 mid. Like, that's actually best case scenario. This game's a little different. We notice they're still bot. Mel's dead. We haven't seen Viego. And we have Tarek here and with enough mana that we can just keep pushing. So we just go for the inhib tower. But now the inhib is one, and I'm also saving some mana because again, the one downside of this range set is that you don't have a ton of mana. So, because normally if you have enough mana, you can kind of use your spells a little more aggressively just to push a little quicker to keep your passive up. But here I'm saving enough mana in case they do try to contest us, but we still don't see anyone. Here we don't see a single person on map, but we'll still clear out the wave. Now we see Mel still bot. Here we're kind of thinking about it. Tarek's got the blue buff, and we've got a huge wave. We decided we can actually just keep going. We can go for this Nexus Tower. We see the Viego E on top side, but we're kind of far enough bot that it can't get a W on us. We still have enough minions that we're fine to finish off this tower. But surely now we have to back. But then again, we see the bot lane still there. Kaisa's nowhere to be found. Viego already left. We got this wave. Yeah, Tarek's leaving. We should probably leave too. But then again, I'm thinking, I've got everything up. It can only be Viego and Kaisa, and we can actually deal with them. The bot lane's still there. Trundle's top lane. Got a cannon wave here. Again, I'm holding a decent amount of mana. I might do one more Q here. Yeah. Kind of space it right at like the 5 to 6 second mark on the passive. We just keep going. Here, I should have queued a little further towards top to get more of the minions with our Q. Slightly misposition that Q. Do it one more time. And here you can E to those top creeps if you want to keep your passive up a little bit easier. But I also like this positioning where we are. It kind of on the map. Far, like the furthest possible position away from their team. And we just keep going, and we end the game at 11 minutes and 30 seconds. So far it's a good sign for the rune page. We also did get an 80 matchup, like I said, which is favorable for electrocute. But yeah, GG. I'm planning on posting a video like this every day if you guys are into it. But thank you guys so much for watching.